Imagine this: a lady on her knees upon cold, unyielding stones of a dungeon floor, her arms bound, her body drenched in sweat, her breathing rapid and shallow. There's a crushing weight building above her, but it's not just the agony of her body she must endure. It's the fear of knowing this will likely be the last moment of her life. For what could she have done? What crime could she have committed to end up like this? Remember that as I begin to read to you a story from the 16th century England, one that will challenge everything that you think you understand about fear and faith and the truth. 1586. A mother, a martyr. It is the year 1586, and Margaret Clitherow will experience that which only a very few could ever contemplate. She is a devout Catholic living in an England increasingly hostile to those who refuse to accept the new Protestant order. But Margaret didn't simply keep quiet about her faith. She broke the law. She harbored priests, assisted secret religious meetings, and denied the Protestant Queen Elizabeth's right to control the Catholic Church. The authorities had followed every one of her steps, waiting for just the right time to pounce. And pounce they did. One fateful day, she is arrested, not for any minor offense, but for treason. Her trial was a sham, a cruel joke. The penalty for harboring priests was death, but that wasn't the worst of it. The worst came when Margaret refused to plead guilty. In English law at the time, if you refused to plead, the authorities had the right to extract a confession through a method so brutal, so heartless, that just hearing about it will make your skin crawl. Her body is dragged to the most horrific form of torture imaginable. An iron-pressing frame, an invention designed to break not just your body, but your soul. The weight would increase with every moment. The pressure would crush her ribs, her lungs, her spine. Slowly, painfully, Margaret would begin to suffocate under the weight, her organs slowly being squeezed in the process. But Margaret's crime wasn't just her faith alone. It was that she refused to betray what she believed. She refused to name names, even when it meant the loss of her own life. As the iron's weight presses down, Margaret's body starts to crumble under the unbearable pressure. Here is the astonishing truth. Margaret Clitherow never uttered a word, not a cry, not a pleading for mercy. Her last moments, completely silent, left the people present in utter amazement. You see, the authorities had hoped for a confession. They had hoped that fear would break her. But what they didn't expect was a strength. Such strength not of the body, but of the spirit. Margaret Clitherow didn't just defy physical torture. She defied fear itself. They still didn't know that Margaret's spirit was unbreakable, so the pressure and suffocation or pain would never reach what mattered most to her. At the end of the spectrum, she died on her own terms, not out of weakness, but as an act of total and completely unshakable strength. What does Margaret Clitherow's story teach us about fear? The greatest form of fear is not the pain we feel, nor is it the danger that surrounds us. No, the greatest fear we all have is to lose ourselves, our integrity, our spirit, our truth. Margaret did not die because she was afraid. She died because she had something more powerful than fear. She had faith. Her story testifies to the great power of the human will, the ability to stand strong against the world as it works to break us. The truth is, we all face pressures in life. We all face those moments when we feel suffocated, like the weight of the world is an insurmountable burden. But it's in those moments that we have a choice to be crushed by the pressure or rise above it. Now, I want you to reflect on something. The next time you feel pressure mounting, when life seems to be pushing you down, ask yourself, what are you made of? Can you be strong enough to stand, or will the terror make you yield, just like Margaret Clitherow? Share with me in the comments below. And remember, the only strength of a man is not at all defined by how well he faces up to easy moments, but by how well he stands when the pressure becomes high. Thanks for watching, and remember, no matter what weighs upon you, your spirit is stronger than you think.